welcome to ET Garage. My name is Eugene Tordo, and it's April. Actually getting close to the end of April. And it's still cold out in the morning. It's like, let me think, about 40 degrees right now out here in the garage, outside. And I don't know if you've seen my last video where I finished up the trans, took it for a test drive. I got back and the headlight wouldn't work on the left side. That's fixed now, but I'm going to just go over real quick how to this way to determine what the problem is if you have a headlight, like just one isn't working or both or whatever. And just go over that real quick, how I determined what was wrong with it and what it was, and what I plan on doing in the future also. So let me get the camera in a different angle and we'll get right on to it. Alright, I'll go over what happened when I came back from my test drive in the last video. I noticed I tried the headlights and the driver's side wouldn't go up. So I decided to troubleshoot it. I used the electrical supplement and the factory service manual for a 90 Corvette, which this is. Use the factory service manual for that. But if you don't have a factory service manual, I'm going to show you a quick couple of ways to check. Just break it down real simple. Now if you go to factory service manual, electrical supplement, headlight doors, it'll have symptom table. Both headlight doors remain open or closed. Go to chart 1. Left hand headlamp door stays open or closed. Chart 2. And if the right hand headlamp door stays open or closed, chart 3. In this case it was the left hand. So I started looking at this chart and going through it, and there's all these checks and wires you have to check and stuff like that. And I decided to just break it down and make it simple. And to make things simple, you turn your headlight switch on. Power goes to a module, which is located down there. I'll show you that here in a little bit. And that sends the power to the motors to either open or close the module. So when you close the headlight, it basically just switches the polarity of the motors electronically. And then it also senses the load on the headlights. If there's too much of a load, it'll stop. Now, if you only have one headlight going up or down, first thing you want to do, or if it's both, just turn your headlights on. And hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'm going to turn the headlights on. But if you look, this will spin. And it'll spin when it opens and closes. And if you turn it on, if you turn your headlights on and your headlights aren't opening, and that's not spinning, then you know it's either the motor or the gears. So that narrows it down there. In this case, when I did that, the motor wasn't spinning, so I knew there was either another problem, either electrical or something like that. And if you look through the chart, when you do all the electrical tests indicating, it almost always points to the headlight module. It doesn't mean it is the headlight module. It could be the switch or another electrical problem along the way, you know, shorted or grounded wire. But let me show you where the headlight control module is. And I'll break that down real simple. Okay, here's the headlight module right down here. That little black box with the wires coming out. And there's two plugs. The one set of plug on the closest to the radiator has green, and I believe they're gray and black wires or something like that. But those are the wires that run to the headlight motors. The other wires come from the headlight switch and whatnot. And that would be where power would be in. But once you determine that it's your module, the module is very easy to take out. It's held onto the fender liner with two 10mm headed bolts. They're real easy to get to, and you just unplug those first before you take those out. And swap it out. But of course, before you spend the money on that, you can pick them up on eBay used for around 60 to 100 bucks, 110 maybe. New ones I think you can still get. If you look, they might still have the new ones. I think they're like $159. like I said, if your motor doesn't turn, you know it's not getting power. So it's either the wires or the motor's dead. That's always a possibility. You can go through all the tests in the chart. My experience has been that, you know, so far has been the module. And the way I tested it is I just unplugged the wires going to the headlight motor, traced them back, and just ran 12-volt power to it. Just do it momentarily. You don't want to load the motor up with it in the up or down position and burn up the motor. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to go into that in detail. It's pretty simple. You take your positive, negative wire, just run the jumper to those connectors, and your headlight motor will go up. Reverse the wires, they'll go down. Just be careful. If you do it that way, you can, if you overload the motor, it will, you could chance burning out the motor. So don't do that. Now I'm going to show you one other thing you can check. Just hold on a second. Okay, another way you can check to see if it's your gears or not is you can rotate the motor manually. You just spin the knob and it'll take a little bit, and you just keep spinning it, and you'll see the mechanism. I don't know if you can see in this video the mechanism moving, but now you can see the whole headlight moving. I hope you can see that anyway. It's slow, it's not fast. This is what you use in an emergency if you need to get your headlights up, if it's at night and you need to use your headlights. And you just want to get them down so you don't look like you're driving around with one eye up or whatever. But that's basically it. And I'll give you a closer up view of the motor spinning when you apply power to it too. So if you turn your headlights on and one headlight's working, the other isn't, and the motor isn't spinning, it's a good chance it's your module. The motor is spinning and the headlight isn't working, I almost guarantee it's the gears. Either the gears or there's these little, I guess you call them dowels that go in there. That sort of, they're just little plastic dowels that go in there. Over the course of the C4, they change the design year to year, so make sure you get the right parts for it for that year, C4 Corvette, because they did change the design a little bit here and there on the gears. Something to keep in mind. Now I'm going to get over on the workbench and show you the module, what that looks like inside and what goes wrong with them. Okay, this is what your module looks like out of the car. This plug part here would be, that goes directly to the headlight motors, and this is the incoming wires from the headlight switch and whatnot. And you can open these up. You pry the cover off from the back, and there's a bunch of goop, and there's this circuit board in there, and this is what's in there. And from what research I've done and from my own experience, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see where the wire actually burnt mid-length off inside that relay. Now I am going to try and replace that relay. Only ones I found were, of course, in China, so it's on its way from China. I'll let everyone know in a future video if it works when I get it. I don't see why it shouldn't work, as long as all the rest of these electrical connectors are in good shape, or the electrical components. I should be all right. The soldering on the back actually looks real good. I mean, you see this brown, this gooey stuff here, looks burnt, but it's not. It's just aging gooey stuff is what it is, basically. So these relays were real cheap, by the way. I think I ordered 2 of them for like $12. With shipping from China, it's like $20, so about $10 each. I'll probably solder that in. When it comes to soldering circuit boards, I'm not going to go ahead and make a video because I'm not actually very good when it comes to soldering circuit boards. This one here will look easy. Looks easy anyway, so hopefully that'll turn out right. And when it comes to soldering wires, I consider myself pretty good, or very good, depending which way you want to look at it. There's people out there who do a much better job than I do. When it comes to circuit boards, I'm kind of so-so. But this one here is an easy one, or at least it looks easy to me. And like I said, in a future video, try that out and see what happens. But for now, I'm going to end the video. I do have some other projects coming up on the Corvette. I still want to do that KC4 oil cooler. I need to diagnose my airbag. I got the airbag light on my 90. I already know what it is, but I'll go into that in another video. And I think that's about it for today. So everybody have a great day, and God bless.